You're sitting in a room. You're not sure how you got there. There's no clues, no shred of identity of a person on you. What do?
Leave the room, right?
Wrong. The room itself may still have clues. You never want to venture into the unknown without being sure of what's right in front of you first.
More wise words from Theo Remington, gentleman and scholar.
Don't get facetious with me, Dante. I know you enjoy these little talks just as much as I do.
Fair enough. Maybe even more.
Good afternoon, Theo.
Your move. Dr. Quinn, I didn't expect to see you so soon.
An interesting observation. I'm right on schedule. Tell me, have you had any more trouble keeping track of time? Registering days and weeks?
Yeah, I'm fine. You'll have to excuse me. I just got absorbed with the game.
You get absorbed in your own head, man. Distracted by your own distractions.
I don't mean to make you defensive. I'm simply measuring your mental faculties, as always.
And I didn't mean to get defensive on you. Your poking and prodding me just gets a little irritating.
A perfectly understandable reaction, but I assure you, your comfort is our #1 priority.
I appreciate it, but sometimes I don't feel very comfortable.
You get to play cards with me. Am I a joke to you?
So tell me, Theo, why are you uncomfortable?
I don't like this place. It feels unfamiliar, alien. When I search for the clues of who I am, the kind of stuff you're always supposed to be able to find, I come up empty.
Why do you feel you need these clues? You already know who you are.
But not a shred of identity on me, so all that leaves is the mind. And do you know how unreliable the mind is?
Funny you should ask. Almost like they're not the shrink genius.
I do like to consider myself somewhat of a qualified specialist on the subject, yes. But the mind's so reliability doesn't hinder knowing who you are. In fact, it can even play into that.
Sure, with the little things. I'm telling you that I don't even trust that I am who I think I am.
Getting deep there, Remington.
But what cause do you have to think such thoughts?
Well, obviously, I wouldn't be here if there wasn't something wrong with me.
You're here because your family is concerned about your well-being, Theo.
Sometimes that gets hard to remember.
Can you tell me what you do remember? In terms of why you're here?
Coming here is fuzzy, and being here, the days blur together, but before there was the incident, a break-in. My son was home, and I guess he put up some sort of fight. He was still in intensive care when I got here, I think. I can't quite remember that well. Have you heard anything about my son? Any change in condition?
There's been no change that I've been informed of.
Well, you know what they say about no news.
I remember how angry I was. And I guess just thinking about it. That's when the thoughts start to get fuzzy. All that overload of emotion at once. I don't suppose someone as collected as you has ever experienced that, Doctor, or you either, Dante, you joker, but I did, and it hit me hard or else I wouldn't be here. But in all that static, there's some clarity. I've come up with a plan. See, I want vengeance, and the worst thing these guys would get charged with if they were caught is accidentally hurting my son. So I decide I'll track them down myself, get the only sort of closure one can get in a scenario like this.
Theo, I hope you realize the consequences of telling me something like this.
Of course I do. I'm still getting these moments of clarity here, but I'm gonna see this plan through. I promise you that much.
Even being your doctor, I'm gonna have to inform others of your actions, which will make any plans of yours much more difficult.
You can tell people, but all they're gonna see is a grief-stricken patient. I'm under a lot of stress and I had a mental breakdown, but my condition's mild and I'll be out of here in no time.
Maxwell must go free. Now this is the type of stuff I wish would come up more often at poker nights.
Does this amuse you, Dante?
I'd be lying if it said it didn't sometimes.
Is that what you get out of our friendship? Amusement?
Theo, your mental state is not nearly as stable as you seem to so confidently assume.
And why's that?
You're demonstrating lapses of memory far too abnormal for a simple breakdown. You fixated on these moments of clarity, as you call them, and the results they might yield. Not to mention, your mind is conjuring up delusions.
What delusions, Doctor? I may not have complete faith in my memory, but you haven't contradicted anything I've said so far.
No, not delusional memories. Delusions now.
What are you talking about?
How many people are in this room, Theo?
What?
There's only 2 people here.
But what about...
Your mind's been conjuring up imaginary characters more and more often, and frankly, it's alarming.
What are you talking about? They're right here. They're right here, Doc. Didn't you see us playing cards when you came in? Haven't you heard them talk this whole time?
Theo, you were playing Solitaire. I'm gonna have to report this right away. I'll be back soon to discuss more.
Don't go. Don't leave.
And that's a wrap for today, friend. Shame, too. I really did enjoy playing Solitaire with you. We need to keep mixing up our card games.
You can't really play Solitaire with 2 people. We were just taking turns separately, alone.
Another astute observation, Remington. Well, as much as I do enjoy our little meetings, I suppose it's time for me to go. This has been very informational.
What are you talking about?
I'm coming back out. Subject appears to be conjuring the psychologist character again. They seem to be reverting to episodes of past memory. Wipe them.
No, don't go. Don't leave me. I'm all alone in here.
Being alone at night makes me sad, girl. Yet brings me down alright. Tossing and turning and freezing and burning.